Hello everyone, my name is Lorianne and I recently moved out with my husband to an acreage that's just a little under 3 acres. We had lived for 20 years in the city of Edmonton, and we decided that at this stage of our lives, which was empty nesting, that we would move out to an acreage and pursue some of the more joyful things in our lives that we had been missing. So it's been a year. I have gone through all of the seasons now at StoneHaven, and I loved all of them. But here we are in summer again, and I started gardening, and I think my friends are probably getting a little sick of me posting pictures of, oh, look at how big this is, these zucchinis, and look at, I don't know if my radishes are going to come in this year, and all that kind of stuff. So I figured maybe I would withdraw a little bit from sending them the photos and do something on this platform. And the reason I decided that is because I was educating myself in the last year or so, and I had to rely on videos that came from either universities or they came from North Dakota or Minnesota, sometimes Portland, Oregon, in places where I can't really relate. I mean, if you haven't seen -40, I'm sorry, but like my Boston fern, it's not lasting. And the hydrangeas say they will, but do they will, or will they actually? And we get blazing heat sometimes, just wacky weather. So I needed a kinship with somebody that had actually grown up on the prairies. I'm come from Saskatchewan, southern Saskatchewan actually, so it's almost like desert there. And we've been living in Alberta for like the last 22 years. So if you are like me, you're looking for a kinship of somebody within Canada, within the Canadian West that struggles with prairie, that knows absolutely nothing but wants to learn it all, then come along with me into this journey. I'm Lorianne, and this is StoneHaven Shorts. So one of the things I've been thinking about is I see a lot of people making their own teas on YouTube. Oh man, just aged myself, sorry. And I've never made them. I'm a huge coffee drinker. I can appreciate all the different smells and textures and looks of teas. I think it would be fantastic to have in a pantry to see all of that because I use a lot of glass jars. But I don't know that I have enough stuff to do that. So I hear lemon balm is easy enough to grow, so I'm going to look into that. I don't have any raspberry bushes, so I don't have any young tender leaves. And although I do have wild strawberries, I don't know that I have enough leaves. So let's check it out. I'm going to try a few things so you can come along with me on that adventure. All right. So here we are outside, and just for timing's sake, I'm going to skip by my garden, and we'll take a look at what that looks like a little bit later. And I'm going to run over to my mint garden and show you the mint. And then I'll also show you my really sad strawberry patch. So here's my mint patch, and I have a wee bit of oregano in there. It smells lovely. I haven't harvested any this year. I do usually make mint jelly, but I guess I just pull these leaves and dry it and see what happens. I don't know. We'll head over to my strawberry patch, which is really sad, and I apologize. It's not great. I'm going to pull it out next year because it's just sad. I do have some kohlrabi and parsnips and asparagus planted here, but it's not doing well either. Regardless, keeping the birds off with this netting, but I'm guessing I just pull these leaves and then dry them and mush them up. I don't know. We'll see. Come along for the ride, people. So earlier on, I mentioned that I was going to try and make some teas. Well, this evening, after I had my nap and my coffee and half of a football game, I went out, braved the mosquito elements, and I picked this lovely batch of mint. Take a look. Look at this lovely batch of mint. And it smells so lovely. Now, I did a little bit of research while I was having my coffee, and there's a couple ways that we can dry this. So you can just dry it and, you know, put it on strings and hang it around your house. I'm not really into that. I do have a dehydrator. I thought, maybe I should do that. But over and above, remember I said I'm all about easy peasy. They said wash them, peel them off the stem, throw them on a cookie sheet in your oven at 120 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour. So guess what I'm doing tonight? And then I'm gonna call it a night because I'm kind of tired. But can you imagine what that smell would be like? Oh my gosh. And then maybe tomorrow night we're gonna have some tea. Okay, so I have this lovely pan that actually has some air holes in it to allow a little bit more air through. And I've stripped off leaves from the stalks. I do have a few more on here, and that's fine. I have another use for that. I even have some more that is waiting for my next project. But for all intents and purposes, what we're doing here is we've just got all these leaves on this airy cookie sheet, and now we're gonna pop it in the oven. Now my oven, little known fact, just found this out, will only go as low as 170 degrees. It won't go to 120. So we're going to throw this in at 170, and I will just keep an eye on it within the hour, and we'll see what it does. So it's been about 45 minutes, and I want to check on them. They look darker, they smell fantastic, but you can see they're still quite soft. So, gotta leave it for a little while longer. All right, well, it's the next day because I got tired of waiting for it. It was at 10:30, I guess, and it was still a little soft. So an hour at 170 didn't do it. But I came home from work today and I threw it in for about another 20 minutes, half an hour, and they came out fantastic. So my recommendation, if and when I do this again, if it works out, would be to put it in the oven at about 200 for an hour 15, and then check it from there. This, I had a lot more than this. I've put some in my jar already, but this is how dry and great it's looking. So I've been told, or I did the research, and they said don't crumble it up right away. Crumble it up just before you have your cup of tea. So I'm a bit of a jar fanatic, and I have this nice little jar that I'm going to store the leaves in. So I put some leaves in there, and I won't bother you with all my other chores here, so I'll fill that up later. But oh my gosh, I don't even have hot water. I'll be right back. I got to get the hot water on boil so that we can finish this up and have a tea. Okay, the water is boiled. So I'm going to get the tea ready. Now, as I mentioned before, they said not to crunch it up until you're just ready to use it. So this is my infuser. I'm just going to make enough for myself and my husband. I don't really know how small to crush it, but I don't know, doing something like that, I guess. We'll see. Enough for, if my loose leaf tea brewing serves me correctly, two to three spoonfuls. Should be good. Now, I like my tea a little stronger because I usually put milk in it, but I really want to just taste the mint this time. Okay, clearly it's a little messy, but it is what it is. So I throw that into my little handy dandy teapot. Move that aside, throw my water in. Like I said, I'm not making a full pot, just enough. And I will let that brew 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll give it a whirl. Man, if this tastes good, I'm telling you, I've opened up a whole new world. All right, see you back in 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, it's been 3 minutes, and so for the next 2 minutes, I just thought I would talk about quickly something, just in case you don't know. You can buy these little loose leaf tea bags so that you don't have to have this big canister or tea infuser when you want to take it to work. And they said, make sure you use a wooden spoon whenever you dig into your tea. I don't understand that. If there's anybody that's scientific that wants to pop me a message, I'd appreciate it because I don't get it. This spoon came from, I don't know if I can say brand names here, but from David's Tea. And it's what I plan on using. But really, if I'm crushing it within my hands and then putting it in, I don't even know if the spoon thing is an issue. So just thought I'd mention that. Okay, now I absolutely love dishes, all kinds of dishes, love the colors. I, at one time, had about 4 types of china, and now I'm quite eclectic. I just love everything, and if I see something that brings me joy and it's something that I can afford, then I bring it home. This just happens to be a teacup from my husband's grandmother, so there you have it. Let's give it a whirl, people. Let's see how it pours as far as color. Okay, it's looking just like normal mint tea color. Oh, it's looking fabulous. It's smelling fabulous. Take a look. That's about your normal strength. I'm telling you, man, if this works, I'm reformed. Oh, dear heavens. People, you have to do this. It tastes insane. It is the best mint tea that I have ever had. Oh my God. Okay, and you know what? I was standing by with some sweetener just in case I was going to poison myself, but wow. Okay, well, I apologize to all my friends because you're all getting mint tea for Christmas. Sorry, but okay, so remember, store it in an airtight container. Totally enjoy. You know what? This has almost got me inspired to try some of those strawberry leaves and give that a whirl. And oh, the possibilities. What if I blended stuff? What? Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm Lorianne, and this is StoneHaven Shorts, your one-stop place for getting a Canadian prairie education from somebody who knows absolutely nothing. All right, hope to see you next time.